Filling, by definition, is something that is going to fill a hole. So when there's tooth destruction and there's tooth structure lost, then you want to rebuild, reconstruct the part of the tooth that's missing, and that's what a filling or fillings do. Now there's a whole bunch of different kinds of filling material, and traditionally in the past, when I was growing up, we really only had two choices. There was either silver amalgam or gold. And gold's very, very biocompatible, lasts a really, really long time, but it still is way more costly than silver amalgam would be. Silver amalgam was the go-to material. It was very easy to use, it was cheap. It's been used in dentistry for almost 2 centuries. And most countries around the world have been using that material for a very, very long time. But there are now parts of the world that are banning its use because silver amalgam is an alloy and the main component is silver, but one of the other main components is mercury. There are people that have issues with that. Now in Canada, it's still legally allowed to be used and it's sanctioned by the Royal College and the government. There are tooth-colored filling materials. The most common ones are composite resin, or just resin, or composite. A lot of people refer to those as white fillings. The other white filling material is porcelain or ceramic, and that is used when there's more strength and durability required because so much tooth structure is missing, and that's exactly what we make crowns or caps out of as well. The process of placing a filling, the first thing you want to do is remove any unhealthy tooth structure or any decayed part of the tooth so there's only healthy tooth structure remaining. And then disinfect the surface. We have modern bonding materials that actually glue or bond the filling material to the tooth structure and add strength. Choosing the material will depend on how much tooth structure is missing, what the cost might be. There's a higher cost if the lab has to make it. That would be an indirect restoration as opposed to a direct restoration, which is done in one visit, chairside. That's less costly. So tooth-colored filling material can be done directly in the mouth, but if you're going to have a crown or a cap, or use porcelain material, often a lab will fabricate it. There are ways now of having that milled chairside, and that's becoming more and more popular. But certainly there are limitations to different materials. The composite or the resin material isn't as durable or long-lasting as the porcelain or ceramic materials are. That question comes up often. It's like, why would you need to do a filling on a baby tooth if the baby tooth is eventually going to be lost? And the answer is, certainly if there's decay happening, the decay process has already begun, you want to take care of that as soon as possible. In other words, the smaller the problem, the quicker the fix and the less time, energy, and effort required to fix it. But the baby tooth is there holding the space for the adult tooth that's going to replace it. So you want to make sure that that tooth stays intact and problem-free. And certainly you don't really want the tooth to be completely destroyed or get infected or have swelling or cause pain, any of those things. So I absolutely would recommend restoring a baby tooth. We really appreciate all the great questions that have been sent in. And if you want to send in your question, please contact us at maplefamilydentistry.com. And remember, continue to ask and smile.